Lord Jornibret's Last Dance. Traditional. Women's Verse 1. Every winter season, except for the reason of one war or another really quite a bother, the Queen of Rimmon and her consort request their vassals come and cavort. On each and every ball, the first man at the hall is Lord Ogren Jornibret of Gair, the curse of all the maidens fair. Women's Refrain. Oh, dear ladies, beware, dearest, dearest ladies, take care. Though he's a very handsome man, if you dare to take his handsome hand, the nasty little spell will be cast, and your first dance with him will be the last. Men's Verse 1. At the social event, everyone who went knew the bows and the stances, and steps to all the dances. The Queen of Rimmon and her consort would order a trumpet's wild report, and there would be no indecision at the revelers as the revelers took position. The first dance only ladies separate, away from such men as Lord Jornibret. Men's Refrain. Oh, dear fellows, explain. Brothers, can you help make it plain? The man's been doing this for years, leaving maidens fair in tears. Before the final tune's been blast, and her first dance with him will be the last. Women's Verse 2. Lord Ogren Jornibret of Gair watched the ladies dance on air, the loveliest in the realm. A fellow in an ursine hide helm said, the Queen of Rimmon and her consort have put together quite a sport. Which lady fair do you prefer? Lord Jornibret pointed her. See the bosom bob and weave, well suited for me to love and leave. Women's Refrain. Men's Verse 2. The man in the mask of a bear had left the Lord of Gair before the ladies' dance was ending. Then a trumpet sounded portending that the Queen of Rimmon and her consort called for the men to come to court. Disdainful passing over all the rest, Ogren approached she of bobbing breast. She was rejected, saved a life of woe for a new maiden as fair as snow. Men's Refrain. Women's Verse 3. At the first note of the band, the beauty took Ogren's hand. She complimented his stately carriage, dancing to the tune about the marriage of the Queen of Rimmon and her consort. It is very difficult indeed to comport with grace neither falling nor flailing, wearing ornate hide and leather mailing, dancing light as the sweetest of dreams, without a single squeak of the seams. Women's Refrain. Men's Verse 3. The rhythms rose and fell, no one dancing could excel, with masculine grace and syncopation. Lord Jornibret even drew admiration from the Queen of Rimmon and her consort, like a beauteous vessel pulling into port. He silently slid, belying the leather's weight. She whispered girlishly, the hour is late, but I've never seen such grace in hide armor. It was a pity he knew he had to harm her. Men's Refrain. Women's Verse 4. The tune beat was furious, he began to be curious. Where had the maiden been sequestered before this dance was requested by the consort and his Queen of Rimmon? I didn't see you dance with the women. My dress was torn as I came to dance, she said, smiling in a voice as deep as a man's. My maids were quickly to repair, while I wore a suit of hide, a helm of a bear. Women's Refrain. End.